Welcome to another episode of Little Talks, your weekly dose of marketing news and insights from Littlefield Agency.
All right, you ready? Oh, you're cracking it right on the mic. Okay.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Hey, cheers, buddy.
Cheers and happy early July 4th.
It's a good thing I've got long arms. Happy early July 4th. It is July 3rd.
Wednesday, July 3rd.
Wednesday, July 3rd.
We don't know.
Got
It's your first sip
first
already.
sip already got me. It is, it's late in the afternoon. Things are winding down. Clients are on holiday time. We're on holiday time. So we're having a beer. We don't get to do this very often, buddy. We're usually recording in the morning. And
First of many beers this weekend.
as you said earlier, my attire looks like I'm going to the lake. Thank you, Roop, for that reminder.
I always know when we don't have clients coming in because Sam's in lake gear.
Sometimes they do, but I usually have a plan in place. Anyway, happy 4th of July, Independence Day. We love our country. America, baby. It's a good time. What are you doing for the 4th? You got the best freaking seat in the house,
Yeah,
man.
so we usually go to see my parents and my family in the afternoon, do a little swimming and grilling. And that evening, from my porch, maybe this year from inside the house if it's going to be super hot, but from my porch I can see Boom River, which is where the city does all their massive fireworks down on Riverside.
And for those that are not from Tulsa, so we got the Arkansas River, and that runs right through our city.
Yeah.
And it is just an annual opportunity for the best fireworks show in town.
Yeah, city puts on a really big one down there. Usually sponsored by, I want to say, Quick Trip.
Yeah,
Is that right?
Quick
Yeah.
Trip,
I've been going to it since I was a kid.
And it's
Now I watch it
it's
from my
spectacular.
house.
Tens of thousands of people attend, and guess what? Roop doesn't have to get in his car. Roop can be having a cocktail, and Roop is on his front porch chilling. I mean, it maybe the nice thing is you have that window. If it is really hot, you could be just
come
inside.
I've done it both ways, and
Yeah.
I've done it both ways. And sometimes we get a little froggy. We go to I live on a corner. We go to the corner and put our chairs.
No,
So we feel like we're
that's
part of the
perfect.
community, you know?
Of course. Oh, that's wonderful. Well, Tara and I were headed to Oklahoma City, and then we actually, she has a friend that's getting married in Vail, Colorado. So I'm escaping the 102-degree heat.
Ooh, a little jealous of that.
And I'm not trying to rub it in, but I am very excited. So I think the temperatures right now are looking, 70s, low 80s. In the evening, mornings,
Taking a jacket with
high
you?
40s, low 50s. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
It's
Long
gonna,
pants,
it is going to be a vibe. We're there very quickly, but we're really excited. So anyway, we wanted to catch you all this week. We're keeping it light. It's funny, we keep it light, and Roop has 2 pages worth of content, which is
Yeah, it
kind
was
of fun to
3.
see.
It was 3 worth of notes. Yeah,
But anyway, so we're gonna. It was 3.
it was 3. Yeah,
Wow.
but it will be short.
We're going
we
to keep
promise.
this short, sweet, to the point. Roop's going to lead this. I'll chime in a little bit. I'll try to facilitate as best as I can. But we have one great topic, Brandon.
Brandon, there it is.
And
Brandon.
that is this is Roop's title, the absolute marketing mess that is Apple Mail. Woo!
Yeah.
Tell me how you really feel.
Well, look,
Jiminy.
anyone, I'm sure there are email marketers out there that are like, yeah, you're late to the game, Roop. We've known this for a while or seen this coming.
Yeah, this is but it's a great reminder what you're walking us through today.
And it hadn't really affected me or any of our clients in a way that it was super noticeable until recently, just by list size. And then I started paying a little more attention to it. Apple Mail, I'm going to read this first paragraph because I was proud of my intro. Is that okay?
And you wrote this.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, go for
Apple Mail has been the scourge of the email marketing world for quite a while now. And with the recent announcement for mail updates, it doesn't look like that's going to improve. So today we're going to jump into what they've done to off. Brandon, are you going to believe that? He's not sure. He's not sure.
He's I love it.
Yeah,
He's in holiday mode, man.
Yeah, we're in holiday mode.
Happy 4th, Brandon.
Some future updates. A couple weeks ago, and we didn't talk about this at length on the podcast, but Apple had a big announcement. The big shiny thing out of that was Apple AI.
Yep.
Their integrations with ChatGPT and the AI world are finally, a year and a half later, as they usually do, catching up. But there was also a mail announcement that came out of that, a few email notes that we wanted to talk about.
I wonder how hyped people get about that, I guess we
the
marketers.
email or the AI?
Yeah, no, the email. AI, of course, is exciting.
A lot of marketers were kind of into it, actually.
No, that's great.
But anyhow, and what the things they've done that are changing email marketing. So right out of the gate, the first thing I want to talk about is it's called mail privacy protection, or MPP.
Another marketing acronym. How perfect. MPP.
MPP. I don't want to dedicate this one to memory. It's annoying to me to exist. But
I've got it down, man.
MPP has caused some issues. And it has to do with, they're coming from the right place, like so many other things in the world, like Google's cookie problem we talked about for a couple of years.
That for a while.
And that's coming. That caused some disruption in the analytics world, causing guys like Chris that have to track website activity and retargeting, things like that. It's kind of a mess. Well, this is kind of that version for email. What Apple's done in order to protect the privacy of its users, and its users being not just on desktop, but think about everyone that uses Mac Mail on an iPhone. Yeah, it's
literally everybody.
It's 50% of the world, give or take 3%. I always get that number wrong, but it's a big chunk. It's huge.
Okay.
So if you think about that, they're trying to protect us from spammers and illicit marketers and phishers and people trying to get your information. You ever get one of those emails, or now it's text. The modern pirate goes for text messaging, but they send you a link and you click it. Next thing you know, your bank account's empty. That's what they're trying to protect us from. But to do so, they implemented a bunch of stuff that causes honest marketers like ourselves to have a little headache. So one thing that you probably noticed a year or so ago, I think this came out, Apple would allow you to create some bogus emails that you could send. So instead of when you sign up for something, instead of using at me.com or iCloud.com or whatever, by the way, that is my email address.
That's a bold move, buddy.
The pirates have it already.
For a promo.
Yeah. Instead of using that, it would prompt you and say, do you want to use this gibberish email address that we just made up? But it'll still come to you. You'll still get it. We're just masking you between you and the form here. And oh, man, I've never used that. It just seems crazy to me, but a lot of people do. And that causes some tracking issues. They went a step further, though, and they said if you're using something like, say, MailChimp or Constant Contact or HubSpot in our case, or really any mailing.
A lot of automation tools.
Yeah, this isn't limited to any one particular platform. Apple sends all their open rates back as opens. So if you send to 1,000 people.
1,000 people opened it.
And they're all the math would say 500 of them are on Apple. You're going to get 500 definite opens from Apple, even though that's not what happened.
Yeah.
So that's a problem. That really screws numbers up. And when you have inflated opens, you have inflated click rates as well, click to opens, which is important. So they're screwing, that makes the math tough. Some people have tried to, or some organizations, HubSpot being one of them, tried to address this. And they tried to say, well, we're going to kind of look at historical numbers and do some estimation and come up with, we're going to filter bots out. And we're going to calculate this for you. I can tell you it doesn't work very well. It's not very good.
So of those, quote unquote, 50% that opened, but it really didn't open through statistical, data, history, et cetera, we're saying that probably, 20% of those are bots and 20% are not. So then now we're at a.
Yeah, I haven't even got to that part yet. Yeah, that's the other thing they do. For HubSpot, when they try to filter out the bots, one of the little notes, if you hover over the bot filtering, it says, hey, Apple's traffic they send back to us, the signals they send back to us, look like bot traffic by design. They're purposefully sending us back bot-looking traffic. So we report them as bots now. So if you're filtering them out, you're getting zero Apple stuff. If you include them, you're getting every Apple thing. So do you see the problem on the math?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I get why they do it, but really it causes some problem. One other thing they kind of hide now is location data, which I get. Yep. We don't use that or care about that a ton, but some people do.
I'm bothered by that.
Yeah, it's just they're trying to protect our privacy, but it makes it more difficult for us to market and send good messages out to users and report on those things. So this has been going on for quite a while. It's really kind of ramped up, at least in my world here recently. There's not any one person or organization that is better or worse at it. We're all in the same boat. It's just the way it is.
So you've got this with Apple, and then you got something like in Gmail. I think about when they went to their tabbed system, right? I've got my my main inbox, my social tab, and my promotional tab. So talk to us about tabs.
So tabs is something that underneath the Apple AI announcement from maybe a month ago now, right before I went on vacation, I think it was. One of the things they announced was coming pretty soon were inbox tabs, powered by AI, by the way. Not sure how that's working yet, for Apple Mail products. So your iPhone and your desktop, laptops, things like that, will have a tab option, just like Gmail does it.
Yeah.
A lot of folks thought, great. Another way where marketers thought, another filtering out of our messaging. So now they can say, oh, it's in a promotions tab, so I definitely don't care about promotions. Get it out of here, right? Well, it turns out, based on what we know from Google and Gmail, that's actually not true. More than half of consumers with tabbed inboxes do check their promotions tab every day.
Well, you said nearly 75% visit at
Once a
least
week.
once a week, which, by the way,
Yeah, I do too.
I'm guilty.
So like in my head, I didn't like the segmentation. A lot of marketers didn't, but research says actually it's a good thing. So like that, there's the positive news out of all this.
And again, like, not that we're saying your marketing messaging should be all about deals, but when I go to that promotion tab, seeing what's going on, and then in my primary inbox, it is, okay, this is stuff that I need to read or not read. So from a psychological standpoint, I totally understand it.
Yeah, that one's probably going to work. And look, the only reason we bring any of this stuff up today at all about the MPP,
which, by the way, reminds me of OPP. You know, you know the song?
I keep wanting to sing Naughty by Nature.
Maybe that's what we should start our podcast or end our podcast with.
Can we get a little bit of OPP,
can we do the OPP
Brandon?
afterwards? It said it takes money. Really? Licensing
he
rights.
says so. We're not going to hear it.
Thanks for being safe, Brandon. Anyway, back
Good
to
thing
MPP.
I'm not in charge. Anyhow, back to the MPP. Apple's implementing these things today, but the general thought is at some point, so will Gmail, so will Outlook, so will Yahoo Mail, so will they all.
Yeah, I mean, Microsoft's user, the amount of mail, and that's been a pain for years.
So what do you do when you don't have analytics?
That's what I was wondering.
Reporting,
Okay. Lay it on us.
So privacy is a huge deal. We get it. Like, we support user protections like this. But what do you do when you're trying to market and leverage email, which is still a very effective medium?
It's how I do my job every day.
Yeah, it's me too. It's a big one. Well, the consensus has been focus on good subject lines and content that creates actionable results. So clicks and traffic to your website, you're still going to understand and be able to manage and measure. And you may know it came from an email, even if it's not an Apple or Google or whatever. So if you've got some sort of objective for the email that's going out, even if it could be buying something, it could be watching a video or leading to a page, measure those outcomes. The outcomes end up being the measurement. And then, like we said, keep an eye on updates from these other email clients like Google, Microsoft, et cetera. They're likely going to follow suit, which means just like in the cookieless world where we have to start looking at new ways to measure and make those connections and do things, email's kind of in that same spot that cookies were about 4 years ago right now, I think. Some folks are kind of trying out some new things that they think may work, but we don't really know yet. We're still trying. And then and this is just an email mantra, period. Always be testing, always be experimenting. It's never been more important than right now, where you're not able to measure things like open rates and click-through rates. And maybe we've been too dependent upon those anyhow.
ABT, always be testing.
Yeah,
I added
always
an
be
acronym.
testing.
So I look at it now, just as kind of we put some closing thoughts together. I've been sitting here. Brandon, how long have we been going? 13, 15?
Oh, nice.
I've gotten 5 emails in 15 minutes.
I have 4.
So you got 4? Okay,
Yeah.
right. So
I think the average business person gets 100 plus a day.
100%. So you think about that influx. A lot of people, hey, email marketing's dead. No, it's not. But I think about even in our own on our own time, Roop, how much better we as our agency as we're prospecting new clients. How much more intentional are you on email subject lines?
Oh, a lot.
So much more. I remember we used to bang them out and whatever. Oh, just get it out. Now we understand, like, to your point, always be testing.
Yeah.
Take that extra time. Take 10 minutes. 10 minutes is it's a decent amount of time. It's really not that long time.
Your Apple audience isn't gone.
No.
They're still there and still reacting.
And dude,
You're just not getting the signals
And what
back.
do I do in the restaurant line, et cetera? I'm in my email it drives Tara nuts. But
Are you a zero inbox guy?
100%.
Oh, me too.
And by the way, some of our ladies here are not zero inbox people.
We had someone.
Drives me nuts.
We had someone that worked here about 8 years ago, maybe 8 years ago. That I went to her desk to help her with some problem on her computer, and her little red,
Yeah, it's like 10,000.
it was 18,000.
That's ridiculous.
I didn't even know it could get that wide.
How do you even sleep?
How do you? Yeah.
Also, if you're a marketer, don't market to her.
No.
She might miss your email.
She read them. She read emails. She just didn't like. She left some unlocked. I didn't understand it. I'm a zero inbox guy. I can't stand it when there's a little notification that I have.
I've got 5. I've got 10 unread and 5.
Yeah.
I'm already stressed.
Yeah, we've already been trained. Our brains have been trained. So email's not going anywhere.
Well, y'all, thanks for those that are listening this week. It is holiday state of mind. We appreciate you, our listeners, as always. We love doing this every week, and especially on just kind of a chill week like this. But again, this is good reminders. Roop and I are looking ahead at kind of our content strategy over the next few weeks as we're officially in July. And we got some great topics ahead, so stay tuned.
We have a guest coming.
And we have a guest coming.
The guest is?
No.
Okay, cool. I do.
What?
You're gonna love this one. This is gonna be a
Trent?
great one. No, not yet. Trent's our closer.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I don't know, that one day that you surprised me, or you didn't surprise me. That was Chelsea. Yeah, that's right. So happy Independence Day. Happy 4th of July. Have a wonderful and safe holiday with your family, your friends, loved ones, etc. We will see you when we are back. And Roop, I think that's all we got, buddy.
That's it. Stay safe. Stay cool.
Bye-bye.
Adios.
And that's a wrap. We hope you've enjoyed our little chat and found ways to grow your own marketing strategies. Remember to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts and follow us on social media @Littlefield Agency.